15 years had passed without a word from my ex-wife, until she called out of the blue. What she said next stopped me in my tracks, and the secrets she revealed turned her own life into complete chaos. The past is a quiet room, until an unexpected call shatters the silence. 15 years. That's how long it had been since I'd heard Sarah's voice. 15 years since the divorce, since the bitter arguments, since the day we carved our lives into two separate, distinct paths. I'd moved on, built a new life, a new family. Her number, long deleted from my phone, flashed on the screen, a ghost from a forgotten era. My heart hammered, a mix of dread and morbid curiosity. Some calls are just calls. Others are earthquakes disguised as ringtones. I answered, my voice a cautious stranger's. Hello. A pause, then her voice, older, softer, yet undeniably Sarah. Mark, it's Sarah. The sound of her name on her lips, after so long, was disorienting. I braced myself for a request for money, a complaint, anything mundane. What came next, however, was anything but that a single sentence can unravel a decade and a half of carefully constructed peace. I need to tell you something, she began, her voice trembling. Something I should have told you a long time ago. My breath hitched. The casual hum of my kitchen, the distant laughter of my kids, faded into an irrelevant background. Her words, delivered with a raw urgency, stopped me in my tracks. Our daughter, she's not yours. The world can shift on its axis, with just a few whispered words. The phone nearly slipped from my hand. Our daughter, Emily, the child I had raised, loved, and cherished as my own for 20 years. The child who was the spitting image of me, or so I'd always believed. The silence that followed her confession was deafening, filled only with the frantic beating of my own heart. The truth, when it finally arrives, often brings a storm in its wake. She continued, a torrent of words now, as if a dam had broken. She spoke of a brief affair, a moment of weakness, a secret she had carried for 2 decades. She spoke of fear, of shame, of the desperate hope that the truth would never surface. And then, the reason for her sudden confession. The biological father, a man she had thought long gone, had reappeared, demanding to know his child. The chaos she unleashed was not just mine, but a whirlwind that consumed her own life. Sarah's life, once meticulously ordered, was now in complete chaos. Her current husband, a man who also believed Emily was mine, had discovered the truth. Their marriage was imploding. The biological father was threatening legal action. And Emily, caught in the crossfire, was reeling from the revelation. Her world shattered. The weight of a secret, once lifted, can crush the one who carried it. She recounted the arguments, the accusations, the tears. Her voice cracked as she described Emily's heartbroken confusion, her anger, her sense of betrayal. Sarah, who had always been so composed, so in control, was now a wreck, her carefully constructed life crumbling around her, a direct consequence of the secret she had so desperately tried to keep buried. The past, unearthing itself, leaves no one unscathed. I listened, numb, as she detailed the unraveling of her world. The irony was not lost on me. For 15 years, I had carried the quiet pain of our divorce, the unspoken resentments. Now, her confession had not only reopened old wounds, but inflicted new, deeper ones, not just on me, but on everyone connected to this tangled web of deceit. The silence that follows a storm is often the most profound. When she finally finished, there was a long, heavy silence. What could I say? What could anyone say? The secrets she had revealed had not only turned her own life into chaos, but had irrevocably altered mine, and more importantly, Emily's. The past had not just called, it had exploded. The true cost of a lie is measured in the shattered lives it leaves behind. I hung up the phone, the receiver feeling impossibly heavy. 15 years of silence, broken by a truth that brought not closure, but a new, agonizing beginning. The Reddit story was my attempt to process the seismic shift, to articulate the profound chaos that a single, long-held secret could unleash, turning not just one life, but many, into an unrecognizable landscape of pain and uncertainty.